decided that I want to do a um, swimming functionalities within this medieval parkour. So what I have here is I've set up a little pool. As you can see, there's a little pool in front of the character, and when I fall in, he just falls to the bottom of the pool. So that's what I'm going to work on today. First things first, I'm going to go into the animator, and I'm going to I'll start off by creating a boolean called is swimming, and I'm going to right click and create a new entry, and this one's going to be called swimming. Make a transition, and this one it's going to fire to swimming if swimming is true. It's going to fire back. I'm going to turn off has exit time. It bounces back when swimming is false. Okay, I need to double click the swimming, click the blend tree, and I want to create 2D simple. Four motion fields. So I want to put all of these to 0 for now. So the first one is he's treading. So treading, gotta find swim forward, swim up, and swim down. I need to create some floats. Swim X and swim Y. So I need to set these to swim X and swim Y. And the forward is going to be 1 in the X. This one's going to be 1 in the Y and -1 in the Y for swim down. So as you can see, he's treading here, but as soon as I just say go forward, he swims forward. If I go up, he swims up. I just had to add another animation right here. I just put the forward or the forward swim back here as well. So now he's treading, and then if he can swim forward. You can also swim up. If I go the other way, you can swim down. So I'm going to go back into the scene. Now what I got to do is I need to create some an empty called water collider. Okay, this one's going to have box collider. It's going to be a trigger, and first of all I need to add a tag. I'm going to name it water, wireframe, so I can see what I'm doing a little better. It has to be the same level as the water. Okay, so I've positioned the collider. I put it on an angle so that it covers both the. I've got two pools. I don't know if you can see one collider to cover both instead of having two separate ones. You can see the outline of it. If you haven't been following my tutorials, um, you probably didn't know that I'm using the new input system. And quickly, I'll just show you the two buttons that I created. So I have the run button, which is the right mouse button, and the left mouse button, which is called attack. So right is going to be for swimming downwards, and the left button is going to be used for swimming up. And as soon as you make all these buttons, save asset. If you don't know how to use this, I have another video. I think it's the previous one or the one before that goes through how to set this up. But these are the two buttons that I'll be using, as well as the move vector for moving forwards, backwards, and side to side. Okay. So I'm going to go into my script and show you what I scripted. I scripted everything ahead of time, so I don't have to like do everything in front of you. That's just going to waste a lot of time. So with the main character script, I started off by creating a public boolean called is in water, and by default it's set to false. So whenever he collides, he jumps into the water and collides with this collider, then that boolean is going to be set to true. So first in the update, one thing that I changed was if running is true but is not in the water, then his running is set to true. If it's in the water, if he's the character's in the water and the run input, which is the right mouse button, is pressed, then this doesn't apply. It's only when he's out of the water. If I go to also in the update function, I'm firing this parkour method, and it's at the very bottom of this parkour method, which is way down here. This is where I'm doing some of the stuff. So if I go way down here, I have a section called swimming, and here I have it so that if is in water is equal to true, then the animator.setBool is swimming is true, and if he's not in the water, then it's set to false. Also, if is in water is true and move input x does not equal 0, or move input y does not equal 0, which is the forwards or side to side movements. This is all new input stuff. So this is referring to this function. This is the new input function. That's in the previous two videos. So if I go back, if either one of those is not 0, which means if either the W, S, A, or D key is pressed, then swim X is set to 1. Otherwise, if if both of them, both the X and Y are 0, then the swim X is 0. So if you don't remember, in the animator, this is the X value here. So if I go like this, then he goes to value 1, and if nothing's being pressed, then he's at 0 and he's just treading water. After that, in the is grounded, this is where I check to see. I do a ray cast down to see if he's touching the ground. This is only true if the ray cast is not hitting water. This only applies if it's hitting anything else but water. So I have to put this little piece of code right here, and hit.collider.tag does not equal water. Everything else was already there. If I go down to, let's see, Alright, so before I go any further, I should go to the very bottom and show you where private void on trigger enter, when the character collides with the water, then is in water is true, but once on trigger exit, once he exits, then it's that boolean is set to false. And in vertical movement, all this stuff here was already there. This is for the jump. He's only jumping if the button is pressed and is grounded. But if it's not grounded, then if he's in the air somewhere, then gravity kicks in. So this is the jump. And this happens only if is in water is false. But if it's true, if is in water is true, and if attack input, which is the left mouse button, and the right, if the left mouse button is pressed, but the right mouse button, which is run input, is not pressed, that means he's moving up. So vertical vector dot y jump speed divided by 2 in the upwards direction, and then swim y, which is the vertical. So if I go like this, he's swimming up. If I go -1, he's swimming down. So yep, he's going up. Jump speed in the upward direction divided by 2, and set float is 1. Else if the left mouse button is not pressed, but the right button is pressed, then it's same as this, except it's negative jump speed divided by 2. Swim y is set to -1. However, if neither one is pressed, so if both of these are false, then vertical vector dot y is 0, so he's not moving, and animator set float is set to 0, so he's just in this treading position. In this final one here, even though he's in the water, there's a bit of gravity, so he's, if the player's not pressing anything, then he's slowly like moving down. So this is ready compiled, so I can just go in and try this out. So if I go ahead and press play, okay, so I can move about as usual, but as soon as I go into the water, he's in swimming mode. As you can see, he's slowly sinking, which is fine. And if I go WSAD like that, then you can go in different directions. But if I want to go up, I press the left mouse button, then you can slowly swim up. And if I press the right mouse button, you can swim down. And also if I want to come out, just swim up, and there you go. That could be, there could be probably a nicer way to do it, but I'm just going to keep it like that for now. I can work on this part. This is not coming out very. Anyways, I think you get the point. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully, you like that video. There's definitely a lot more refinement that I can do, especially when he's trying to grab onto the ledge and hop out. I'm going to try and work on this a little bit more. I modeled up this castle, so I'll probably do another video exhibiting the castle. But that'll be for the next video.